Hello everybody, and this is Tesla here with just a few quick tips on basic character design. Now, there's only going to be 3. This will be a fairly short, very basic tutorial. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is order. That is very, very important, because without order, your character is going to look like somewhat of a mess, just like my chicken scratch handwriting here. It's a great example. Now here, I've got an example that I just drew up. This character, while visually interesting, has no order and is kind of hard to look at. It's a little monster thing. The eyes are skewed everywhere. The spikes coming off the top of its head just have no direction. It would be super hard to draw, and it has 2 mouths, which, you know, in some cases when monsters is alright, but in other cases is kind of confusing, like in this case. Now, with this one, the spikes have a little bit of uniformity as well as the eyes. They're not spread out all over the place, and the little horns have a bit more order to them. This one, at least in my eyes, looks better than this one simply because it's a little more organized. Now, another thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is color. Now, again, I will take my cat over here, and I laid down a basic yellow just to put patterns on top of. Now, then I took my paintbrush and colored the spots willy-nilly all over the place. The colors, I mean, I suppose it looks alright, but the colors are kind of all over the place. And not to mention, this would be hard to replicate and draw even with a reference sheet, but not only that, is just the colors kind of painful on your eyes. Now, I took the purple that I like, the purple and the yellow, the kind of contrasting colors, and made patterns on it. See, now it looks a little more orderly. The colors fit together a little nicer. I might make the eyes a different color, but this looks a lot nicer than the other one did. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you guys about is going to be center of focus. Now, what the center of focus is, say I have this little face over here and this little square face over here. Your eyes aren't quite sure where to look. So if I give Mr. Square over here a very light color, and this one as well, there's not really anywhere that your eyes are immediately tempted to go other than to either the square or the circle. But say I wanted everyone to specifically look at my circle, what I might do is I would give a bit of color on the face that kind of pops. So what I would do is I could put some red, and see, then your eyes are immediately drawn to the slightly evil looking face. Now, I'm going to show you this example with this little inkling girl that I drew over here. So just give me a moment to color her in. Okay, so now that I've got my inkling girl basically colored in, you can see that I have made her tentacles pretty much just a darkish gray color that doesn't really add a whole lot of interest to the overall character. Now, when you look at a character, you want the eyes to be drawn to the face of the character that you have drawn, because the face is where all the expressions are going to be. Now, if, say, I just had a full body shot, my eyes, and I had her colored in, in all different shades of gray, my eyes wouldn't really have anywhere to go. Now, what you want to do with your character to create a sort of center of focus is you're going to want to put something that kind of contrasts to the rest of the color on the face or near the face. Like, say I gave her a scarf and colored it in bright pink, for example. And I'll just show you how that might turn out here. Okay, now see? Sorry, I bumped the mic. This is a little more visually interesting because you've got all of these grays, but then we have a good splash of pink right in here. Now, another thing I could do besides the pink scarf is I could make the eyes pink instead, which would kind of draw it more towards the face, so I'm going to do that. Okay, see this? Now that I have my character's eyes a very vibrant color, my eyes are naturally going to be drawn towards it because it's a whole lot different from the rest of the colors. It just kind of pops, and it also kind of helps your characters to pop too. The only thing I would say about this is be careful not to go overboard with the vibrant colors, because again, as showed in my earlier example, it tends to get messy and kind of garish, and while it may definitely help draw your the onlooker's eyes towards the character, it's not extremely pleasant to look at. And that is it for my short tutorial. Thank you for watching, and just leave a like if you like, and subscribe if you like for more content. Peace out. See you later.